This is a great thing for somebody to do that wants to not only buy a replacement property, but include the cost of the renovations in the exchange. Hi, my name's Bill Mason from Mason & Mason, and this is Real Estate from an Attorney's Perspective. Okay, so what I want to talk to you about today is what's called a build-to-suit exchange, or sometimes also known as a construction improvement 1031 exchange. So what this deals with is the scenario where you're going to sell a property and you want to buy a replacement property, but not only do you want to buy the replacement property, you want to also use the exchange proceeds to pay for the improvements that you're going to do on the property, whether it's renovations or build an entirely new structure, right? So you want to include that in as part of the exchange. This is a great thing to do for a builder, right? That's going to sell a property that they've owned for a while and it qualifies for an exchange and they're going to buy something different. So the way you set this up is you set up an exchange with a qualified intermediary, you sell the relinquished property, you deposit the funds from the relinquished property with the intermediary, okay? And then once the closing is done with the relinquished property, you have 180 days to complete the exchange. You have 45 days to identify the property you may purchase. And you also at that time have to identify the improvements that you're going to make to the property with as much detail as you can when you do that 45-day identification. So that's one little extra piece to it. And then just like a reverse 1031 exchange, the taxpayer can't own the replacement property at the same time the exchange is still going on. So, but what you do is you enter into an exchange agreement with what's called an EAT, which is basically a qualified accommodation title holder, right? An exchange accommodation title holder. And they control the single purpose LLC that you'll set up to hold title to the property during the exchange. And then what will happen is as you build the building or you do the renovations, you will bill the 1031 exchange company for the costs associated with the repairs, okay? And you have to finish all of the work on the property within the 180 days. So it's not just that you close within the 180 days, it's also that you complete all the work. And then at the end of the exchange, the EAT will transfer typically the membership certificates in the LLC back to you, okay? This is the way it's typically done. It depends on the estate, depending what the tax laws are in each state. So only exchange funds can be dispersed for materials that are actually in place or services actually performed within the 180 days, right? So you can't bill the exchange for anything after that period, or you can't pre-bill them for things, like that type of stuff. It's just everything has to be done in the 180 days. This is a great thing for somebody to do that wants to not only buy a replacement property, but include the cost of the renovations in the exchange. And the code also permits you to do this with a reverse 1031 exchange, which I've talked about in one of my other videos. So this is just another alternative, another twist on the 1031 exchange, something I thought you guys might be interested in learning about. And if it's something you want to talk to me about, I'm always available to consult. My number is 516-739-3090. This is Real Estate from an Attorney's Perspective, and I appreciate you watching. If you find the content to be enjoyable, please like and share. It helps the channel get seen by more people. Thanks again.